Hey guys, what's up? Getting into what today's video is about. Today we are going to do my TBR video for the Reading Rush. I attempt booktubeathon / the Reading Rush every year, and so here it comes again, and the challenges are very interesting, especially because I think when I first started watching BookTube, it was so easy to kind of try and participate in these prior to having my channel because I had such a large physical TBR. And now I have really only a few books that I own that I haven't read. I have been reading what I own, buying books that I've already read that I know I'm going to enjoy, utilizing my local library a lot more. So yeah, my options are a little bit limited. And before we get into this video for real and I tell you the challenges, I just want to let you know that we're kind of winging this. I have some ideas for some of them, but for others I'm just kind of gonna go as we read them. All right, so challenge number 1 is a book the color of your birthstone. So my birthday is July 31st. My birthstone is a ruby, and for this book I do have something picked out, and it is Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I have not read this book yet, and I've owned it for a while. I know that it's supposed to be really awesome and kind of really foundational for literature, American literature, so I'm excited to finally get to that this month. Then the second challenge is a book that starts with the. I'm looking at what I have here that I like kind of want to read, and I think what I'm gonna go with is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I'm not gonna lie, I do want to read this because Kate Kavanaugh is reading it for her book club, which I can't remember the name of, but I will leave it linked down below if you guys are interested in it. So I guess I'm gonna read it this month. Then the third challenge is a book that inspired a movie that you have already seen. I have an idea for this, and I'm not exactly sure if it fully fits, but we're gonna Google it right now. We're gonna do some Googling. Okay, all right, so I am going to read The Once and Future King by T.H. White. The Once and Future King is, from my shaky understanding, a King Arthur origin story. So I took an Arthurian Legends class. I've read a lot of the Arthurian legends, and I've also watched a fair amount of films about him, I guess, in that class and in my own time. So I have always wanted to read that book. A lot of kids, I guess, read it in high school. I didn't read it in high school. So I guess now is my chance. I'm going to read some Arthurian legends, and I'm going to tell you a secret, so don't let any other medievalists know. I'm not a big fan of Arthur. I'm not going to lie. I just don't find the stories all that compelling. Some of them I do. Some of them I think are very interesting, but for the most part, Arthur, Knights, Round Table doesn't really do much for me. The next challenge is challenge number 4, read the first book that you touch. Okay. So here's what I got, right? I have some books written on a sticky note here, and I also have 2 physical books that I would be interested in reading. So right now I'm just gonna like put these all down on a chair, spin around in a circle, and then see which one I pick, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Let's do it. We got this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Ooh. Oh, while I'm standing in front of you, you can see my shirt. We're in this together, separately, because, you know, safety and COVID. But here we go. Oh, okay. I hit myself, so here we are. The fun and games. Oh, stop when you injure yourself. Once I hurt myself, we're done. No more spinning. So, the book that I picked is Diary of an Oxygen Thief by Anonymous, and I believe it's a love story. But my boyfriend ended up buying this on his own and didn't know it was a love story. He told me it was a love story. He's read it. I haven't. He gave it to me when I had a crisis at the beginning of quarantine because I didn't have any books to read, and I have been working my way through his books, but I haven't gotten to this one yet. So yeah, I guess this is what I'm gonna read. I'm still very dizzy. So there's that. The next challenge, challenge number 5, is read a book completely out of your house. And for this one, where is my sticky note? For this one, I think I'm going to read My Calamity Jane by the Lady Janies because I know that there is an audiobook on Scribd, so I can listen to the audiobook while I walk. I take an hour to an hour and a half long walk every day, so hopefully in that time I will be able to finish this book, listening to it a little bit faster than on single speed because I just can't listen to a book on one speed. It's so slow. So that's what I'm going to read, and my understanding of a Calamity Jane is that it's a Western. Yeah, it's a Western story about Calamity Jane. I have read the other 2 books written by the Lady Janies, and I really enjoyed My Lady Jane, which is the first one, but I didn't so much enjoy My Plain Jane, which goes over Jane Eyre. I just felt like, I don't know, maybe because I like the original Jane Eyre so much, I wasn't a big fan of this kind of like spin-off sort of deal with it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna read My Calamity Jane by the Lady Janies, and the Lady Janies are, in case you're not familiar with this like companion novel group, the Lady Janies are Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. So there we go. Number 5, My Calamity Jane. Challenge number 6 is a book in a genre you've always wanted to read more of. So for this, I picked The Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. I have always wanted to read an Erik Larson book. I'm always attracted to them at the bookstore because they have beautiful covers and very compelling covers, I think. And my understanding of it is it's narrative nonfiction, and I have never read narrative nonfiction, so I'm really interested in it. And it also takes place, it's about the Chicago World's Fair, and one of the main characters is one of the designers and constructors of the fair, I believe, and then the other one is a murderer posing as a doctor. I actually really don't know anything about the Chicago World Fair. I had to read Jimmy Corrigan, The Smartest Kid on Earth, in my graphic novel class. It's a weird book. It's about Jimmy Corrigan. He's kind of older, but he's flashing back to when he was a child, and when he was a child he went to the World's Fair, and I have never read about or studied the World's Fair other than reading it in that book and learning a little bit about it in context in class. So yeah, I'm really excited to get an opportunity to read an Erik Larson, and I don't read enough nonfiction, personally, my own personal opinion, because now I'm done with school. I've only been done with school for, you know, 6 weeks now as of the time I'm filming this, but I have only read like nonfiction for school, and so now I'm reading it for fun. And then the final challenge, challenge number 7, is read a book that takes place in a different continent than you live. Okay, we're back with a fresh battery. So the last book that I'm going to read for the 7th challenge is Moorish Spain by Richard A. Fletcher. It is a nonfiction book about the culture of Spain while the Arabs are in control. That's something that's really central to the novel that I'm writing right now, Might. And I wanted to read this book while I was in school, and then the pandemic happened and I couldn't get any more books from my library at school, so I'm gonna read it now, and I'm excited about it to kind of get more of a cultural understanding of this time period, because I did study it in school and I did study it to write my novel, but there's always more that we can learn, and I know that this book is really fundamental in terms of books on Moorish Spain or Al-Andalus. So yeah, I'm excited about it. And those are the 7 books that I'm going to try to read in a week. Yeah, I think I can do it, actually. But we'll see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, right? Let me know in the comments if you are planning on participating in the Reading Rush this year. I think it spans from July 20th to the 26th, but I will put the exact dates in the description box. And if you are participating, what is one book that you are for sure going to read in this week where everybody is trying to read together? I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more reading and writing content from me, please subscribe down below. I would love to have you guys here, and I will see you next time. Bye!